Well, that's my party boy.
Ah.
Hey YouTube, this is Matt from Double Clap. This is my first video, so I hope you really enjoy it. You will notice that I don't have a lot of quality production equipment, but bear with me. This is my first video, and it's going to be featuring my friend Tyler from Korea, and we're going to be talking about how he adjusted his life from Korea back to Canada, and I really would appreciate a lot of feedback from you guys.
Double clap party.
I really want to talk about how you've been doing since you're back from Korea. How have you been doing?
Okay. So, should I just go through the timeline since leaving and then coming back here?
How about we start with how does a man from Barrie, Ontario, you graduated from, was it Laurentian University?
Yeah, Laurentian, but
Oh,
yeah.
I'm,
So
I'm sorry, I
that
didn't
was,
pronounce it
that was even
correctly.
more remote, like up in the Great White North.
Uh-huh.
And then the beautiful sights you see there is like a giant smokestack, like smelting like nickel, and indigenous people down by the bus station. But like going from there to Korea was definitely an experience. And then leaving that party, coming back here, not a party.
So
Where,
how'd you end up in Korea from the beginning?
well, I had a useless degree. It was history and religious studies, so people weren't knocking down my door for a job. So I'm like, what can I do? I've got zero skills, but I'm white, so maybe that might play. And
Yep.
apparently it did. It fucking played in Korea, and it played well too. It was like a good hand there. Anywhere else, it'd be like meh.
So what kind of uh, experiences do you think you're gonna take back from you from Korea?
Um, Not taking things too seriously. Um, having having a deadline thrown at you the day of and expecting results. Being just being token, just being a token. So if I could go anywhere in this world, when I'm done to college, it would be that. I know how to be a token. I'm comfortable in that role. If somebody's throwing me last minute, I can do it. It's like it's surprisingly with the little ease on being too difficult, and I can get blackout drunk in a foreign country and somehow find my way home.
Just a little sidebar from that. Financially, what do you think? How do you compare your financial prep or planning or budgeting in Korea versus what it is now?
I, the first couple months transferring over, it was hard, but then you got your basic expenses and like buying shower flip flops, and those expenses add up. But after like 2 3 months, yeah, saving $1,000 a month was like, stupid easy. And here in Canada, it's harder because things just cost more, and you find like you go to dinner and drinking and all those things cannot be as rampant as it was there in Korea as it is here. So you can save in this country, you can save like on the home front, but it's not. It's just like you still have like a fucking a suitcase full of man 10,000 won just like shoved in your suitcase because you're too drunk to realize you had $100 on you, so you just shoved it in the suitcase. Here, it's a little bit more controlled. I find like the country will give me more credit because I'm a citizen. So like, hey, you need this line of credit, you need this credit card. Not really, but okay. Um, Whereas in Korea, they won't give you anything unless you have a sexy F visa. But the ability to save is just insane. I don't know what it's like now, but when we were there, it was stupid easy to save. You could be reckless with your money, and still somehow walk away with saving $1,000. If you're conservative, there's no way you couldn't save like $1,500 or even more depending on your role and what your salary was.
What has the transition been like, readjusting to Canadian life? You know, you had to obviously get your own job again and kind of go through that job searching.
Oh, yeah.
What's that been like?
Okay, fair enough. So I left in 2016, like March. Then I did like a party tour in Europe, which cost me like a few $1,000s. And then it was like a full stop coming to my parents' house, and then trying to get a job. So trying to get a job, it was not like retail, and there also was a huge gap in my Canadian employment history, like 5 years. So I'd ride my bike to public library with a bunch of like homeless people and conspiracy theorists and just all around slightly broken people, and then just like regular kids studying or what have you. And I kept applying and applying, and then where as in Korea, I could just throw my resume out there into like onto a fucking chat group and then have like 3 or 4 people call me back, or because of my sluttiness, a girl I slept with got me a job, and I got like a really good paying job, showing up in like a wife beater, sweating profusely, and that part of course. Where this one, I have to apply, I have to find references, people who speak English, and then because I started working in the financial industry, they do a credit check, they make sure I'm not a criminal. Like it's a higher caliber. If you want a higher caliber job here in Canada, there's the hoops you got to jump through, and then and then you should just second guess yourself. I think that's why a lot of us go back. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Yeah, no, it took about a good 8 months to get a legitimate job. And that's like working with like a major bank. But in the interim, I was like, tutoring. I worked for like I was a brand ambassador for like ice cream. Then I was a brand ambassador for beer. Beer was pretty fun. But yeah, I felt like I was a typical millennial. Multiple jobs, no benefits, and just scraping by. I'm like, what the fuck's the point of this? Where like you're flush with cash on one end, and the other one you're like working multiple jobs, like some of them beneath you, others just like right on par. Like the beer job was right on par, but have a job with benefits. I was so excited when I got a job with benefits, like, big person job where like, and everyone spoke like legitimate English, and then you realize when you're in that fucking environment how shitty it is. You're like, oh my god, I'm in corporate Canada. Fuck. But yeah, so that's what it was. The transition was rough, but I'm like, no, I'm not going back. That, and I somewhat burnt some bridges. And no, I didn't think it was all no.
So when you were applying to these jobs, like, could you use any of your Korean English teaching experience? Did anyone even care?
But it perplexed the shit out of people. It's like, why are you applying to the bank? Why are you applying to this with all this education experience? And because a lot of things in Canada are like done online, I'm pretty sure it's in America too, that the algorithm wouldn't recognize like wrestling with children on a fucking carpet in Seoul. It would just reject the fucking resume. So I applied to this bank job so many goddamn times that I screwed up my resume so much that it made no sense grammatically, but for the algorithm it made complete sense. Instead of like taught, I put like facilitated, and I just chose all the verbiage from the banking website so that it shot it up the thing, and sure enough, it did. So it was really interesting. I got a higher role of a financial service representative. I got hired for that job, but I got rejected for a lower role. Like, you don't have the betting experience because I didn't. That version of my resume wasn't up to par. But yeah, nothing really translated. I think I submitted one resume, one email from my old boss, whose English was pretty decent. Who knows if they called him? But I think they called just the temp jobs I had in Canada. And somehow I got the job. It was good. And then I transitioned to another job where I'm doing through TD, and I'm doing like mortgages and lending. And now I'm good. I feel like I'm solidified in Canada. I can move to whichever bank I want that have background and have references at TD. But it was kind of dicey because, like, yes, I had these great references that like fucking give me the best reference ever. However, their English wasn't up to par, and who's gonna fucking call on our time somewhere over there that's 2:00 in the morning? Yes, somebody would probably pick up, but there was a high probability they'd be wasted or cheating on their spouse. Oh yeah, oh he's good. He's real good.
Tyler number one.
Let me. I gotta finish. What are you finishing? On face. What face? No. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Have you talked to anyone from your time in Korea that had to go back because they couldn't get their shit together?
Well, like my kind of like cohort, if you will, they all came back. There's only one lone wolf there. That's Tyler Bailey. But I think his time is coming up too. But yeah, no, it's like a lot of my friends who were there were like repeat hitters. Like they came home for a little bit, thought, you know what, maybe I can make it on the home front, and then like, nope. I was one of those people. I was like, I went home, worked at a poutine place. That's pretty Canadian. And I'm like, fuck this noise. I'm out. No, wait. No, when I came back, I worked in the mail room, like from Charlie from like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's just me and a bunch of Filipino men just delivering mail to wealthy executives. Here's your mail.
What I like about your experience is it's been pretty much similar to mine.
Yeah.
I struggled for a good year and a half, 2 years over here, just trying to get my shit together. One last thing is, what kind of good choices are you making now that maybe you didn't, that you might suggest to someone going through something similar as you?
But as long as you do perseverance, and you find something. Like I went for a job, one guarantee. Like my goal was benefit. I just wanted some sort of benefits, and I got it. But like I had to work hard at it. I had to like work with the algorithm on the fucking website, get the job, and then once I got that job, just to prove that I could do it, I excelled at it. Crushed the sales targets, crushed all these stupid ass bullshit awards. But I worked hard. So I'm like, you know what? That's what I have to do. And I think that's the thing is that when people come back, they're so kind of disillusioned with like, well, like you had minimal effort with like maximum gain or results. Where like in North America, if you want those same results, you have to put far more effort into it. I think that's the problem with a huge disconnect. People are like, well, I was able to do this and like be an artist in Korea. Well, one, your art sucks, and two, you just can't just fucking be that flimsy. And like, I play it loose pretty well. So like, if I got to straighten up and fly right, then everyone else needs to. And that's the thing. It's hard. Is that people will come back, and they'll be like, "Well, it was really simple," and then, yeah, they have to move back home. They can't live in the cool urban area. Like, well, I want to live in something comparable to Seoul. Let's say it's New York. Well, you can't afford New York salary with zero experience or zero like grit and determination. You got to move out to like fucking like upper New York, upstate New York. Nobody wants to live up there. And then you're up there with your pipe dreams, fucking pumping gas at the 7-Eleven. Like nobody wants that shit. I don't know. What was your experience?
It was very similar. the first job I got when I came back was like a substitute teacher
Yeah.
for the public schools, because I was still like, hey, let me come back and be like an international school teacher. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But in order to do that, I had to get a real certification or license from my state, and then I could go shop myself around the world. Um,
Yeah.
but I soon realized it was the end of the school year when I got into it, because I got back around April,
Yeah.
so school wraps up around May, kind of kind of thing anyway. So
Oh,
the kids, middle school, it doesn't matter how old they are at that time of the year. All the books are closed. They do not care what's going on. And if you're
oh, yeah.
if you're a substitute, like, just forget about it. Just try to make it through the day without hitting the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to go through it, I guess.
Yeah.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
I think maybe next time, or if people want to hear more, you kept mentioning the algorithms on the job posting websites. So Tyler, I really appreciate you talking to me. If there's anything you'd like to add, just let me know later, man. You've been a real pleasure to talk to. All right.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you everyone for watching my first video. I hope it was a great experience for you. It was for me. Please like, subscribe, and leave all of your comments down below. If there's something you'd like to learn more about, if there is another direction that you think that might help me grow this channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Take care, guys, and see you next time.